Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK today. I hope you all are doing very well, and today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs for 19th of July 2024. Let's start with our session. First of all, let's see the answers for the homework quiz. The first question was, recently where was the NATO Summit 2024 held? The answer to this question is Washington DC. Upper Siang Multipurpose Storage Project recently seen in the news is associated with which Indian state? This project is associated with Arunachal Pradesh. Which organization recently released the Digital Economy Report 2024? Answer would be United Nations Trade and Development. Which country is the host of exercise Pitch Black 2024? Answer is Australia. And last question was, what is the theme for World Population Day 2024? First of all, we observe this day on 11th of July, and this year the theme was to leave no one behind, count everyone. This was the theme. Okay, now let's start with today's session. The first question is, Kharchi Puja recently seen in the news is celebrated in which Indian state? Here answer is C option, Tripura. Prime Minister of India recently extended the wishes for Kharchi Puja, which is a key festival in Tripura state, which is celebrated in July and August month on the 8th day of new moon. Okay, so this festival involves the worship of 14 deities by the royal priest, and it is held at the Chaturdasha Devata temple in Old Agartala. This is a kind of 7-day festival which includes bathing the deities' heads in the Saidra river and returning them to the temple. Okay, simply we have to remember that Kharchi Puja festival is celebrated in the state of Tripura. Next is, recently where was the second regional event of Hamara Samvidhan Hamara Samman campaign organized? Here answer is Prayagraj. Hamara Samvidhan Hamara Samman campaign's second regional event was organized under the Disha scheme by the Department of Justice in Prayagraj, and this event celebrated the 75th anniversary of the Indian Constitution. Basically, it includes the prize distributions for My Government competition winners and recognition of the pro advocates. So Hamara Samvidhan Hamara Samman portal promotes constitutional awareness was also launched. Okay, so where was the second regional event of Hamara Samvidhan Hamara Samman campaign organized? Answer would be D option, Prayagraj. Which day is observed as World Youth Skills Day every year? World Youth Skills Day is observed every year on 15th of July, and it was established by the United Nations in the year 2014. It emphasizes the importance of equipping the young people with the skills for employment, decent work and entrepreneurship. This year the theme was Youth Skills for Peace and Development. Okay, so this theme highlights the vital role of youth in promoting peace and driving sustainable development, and the day serves as a global platform to raise awareness about the youth skill development. Fine. So when do we observe the World Youth Skills Day? Answer is 15th of July, and this year the theme was Youth Skills for Peace and Development. Next is, recently which country has been chosen to host United Nations Climate Fund Board? Here answer is the country Philippines, that is C option. Philippines has been selected to host the board of the Loss and Damage Fund, which is a significant step in helping the communities that are affected by the climate change. So this decision arose during the United Nations talks that focuses on financial support for the nations that are impacted by the global warming, and the World Bank will temporarily oversee the fund for the next 4 years, though concerns exist regarding its influence, particularly from powerful funding nations like the US. Philippines aims to enhance a global climate policy discussion given its vulnerability to the natural disasters. Okay, so Philippines country has been chosen to host United Nations Climate Fund Board. Next is, which organization recently awarded Captain Abhilash Rawat and his crew of oil tanker Marlin Luanda for exceptional bravery in the Red Sea mission. This is IMO, International Maritime Organization. Captain Abhilash Rawat and his crew from the oil tanker Marlin Luanda have received the 2024 IMO award for exceptional bravery at the Red Sea. Okay, so they were recognized for their determination during a rescue mission in the Red Sea, where they encountered a serious fire after an anti-ship missile strike. So they were recognized for their determination during a rescue mission in the Red Sea, where they encountered a serious fire after an anti-ship missile strike, and the award highlights the skill and bravery of Indian seafarers as noted by India's Directorate General of Shipping. Okay, so this is International Maritime Organization. Next one is, recently which state has opened its first bird gallery for enhancing the wildlife education and conservation? This is Uttarakhand Forest Department. They have inaugurated their first ever bird gallery in Dehradun. Definitely it would enhance their wildlife education and conservation efforts. This initiative highlights the state's commitment to preserve the avian diversity, which showcases over 710 bird species, including the Himalayan monal and the Himalayan griffon. Okay, so this gallery features 10 themed areas, each focusing on different bird types, and it includes rich imagery, detailed information, and the bird calls, which creates an immersive experience that emphasizes the ecological importance of the bird. Okay, so Uttarakhand has opened their first bird gallery for enhancing the wildlife education and conservation. Also recently, Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi has inaugurated the INS towers where in Mumbai. Okay, so it marks a significant development for the Indian Newspaper Society, that is INS, which originated in 1927, and it was established as the Indian and Eastern Newspaper Society in the year 1939. So this INS means Indian Newspaper Society, serves as a central organization for the press in India and Asia that focuses on protecting the press freedom and authenticating the circulation figures for the newspapers and the periodicals. So its members include owners and the publishers of the print media. Okay, you can be simply asked that recently Prime Minister of India has inaugurated the Indian Newspaper Society towers in which Indian city? Your answer would be Mumbai. Okay, now apart from it, Union Home Minister has reviewed the implementation of the Vibrant Village program recently, that was approved in the year 2023 for the development of villages along the northern borders in the state of Arunachal Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim, then Uttarakhand and Ladakh. Okay, so this centrally sponsored scheme, which is led by Ministry of Home Affairs, focuses on skill development, livelihood generation, tourism and financial inclusion, and the program aims to enhance the border security through increased community participation in border management. Okay, you can be asked that Vibrant Village program that was recently seen in the news comes under which ministry? Your answer would be Ministry of Home Affairs. Okay, now apart from it, the state government of Bihar has recently demanded a minimum support price for the makhana. What is makhana? It is basically the popped kernel of the foxnut, and makhana is cultivated in tropical and subtropical aquatic environments which are thriving in the stagnant water bodies. Don't forget that India is the largest global producer of makhana, with Bihar as the leading state. So optimal conditions of makhana include the temperatures of 20 to 35 degrees Celsius, and also it requires an annual rainfall of 100 to 250 centimeters. Nutritionally, makhana is low in fat and high in carbohydrates. It consists of protein and minerals as well. Okay, you can be asked that recently which state government has demanded the MSP, means minimum support price, for makhana? Your answer would be Bihar. Okay, now apart from all these news, these days the Manjira Wildlife Sanctuary is also in news. Can you tell me what is the location of Manjira Wildlife Sanctuary? So it lies in the state of Telangana. Okay, and why this wildlife sanctuary came into news? Because the Manjira Wildlife Sanctuary is being studied to potentially become the state's first Ramsar site. Okay, it is located in the Medak district of Telangana. It was originally a crocodile sanctuary, but now it hosts over 70 bird species, including the vulnerable Magar crocodiles. Okay, so following the Manjira river, the man-made reservoir supports irrigation and drinking water for Hyderabad and Sikandrabad. Okay, you can be simply asked that Manjira Wildlife Sanctuary that was recently seen in the news is located in which Indian state? Your answer would be Telangana state. Okay. Now next question is, which ministry is hosting the 2024 World Heritage Young Professionals Forum? Here answer is Ministry of Culture, that is C option. India is hosting the UNESCO World Heritage Committee meeting for the first time from 21st to 31st of July 2024, where in New Delhi. And the Ministry of Culture is organizing the 2024 World Heritage Young Professionals Forum, the theme of which is World Heritage in the 21st Century. This was the theme. Okay, so this forum will see 50 young professionals globally presenting to enhance their skills in heritage protection and sustainable development. Okay, so Ministry of Culture is hosting the 2024 World Heritage Young Professionals Forum. Also recently, India has signed an agreement with the Marshall Islands. Why? To implement 4 community development projects. Okay, for this purpose, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar emphasized the long-standing friendly relations between India and the Marshall Islands during this MOU signing process for the 4 community development project. Okay, also he highlighted India's responsibility to support the Pacific Islands in sustainable development and in addressing the climate change, natural disasters and poverty alleviation. And also Dr. Jaishankar has affirmed that the Pacific Islands are significant ocean countries and valued India's partnership with them. Okay, so here you can be asked that recently India signed an agreement with which country to implement 4 community development project. This is Marshall Islands. Okay, which European countries recently launched an initiative to develop long-range cruise missiles with a range beyond 500 kilometers? This is an extremely important question. Answer is B option, Poland, Germany, France and Italy. They have signed a memorandum of understanding to develop ground-launched cruise missiles with a range of over 500 kilometers at the NATO summit that took place in Washington, D.C. Okay, so the basic aim here is to address the European defense gap due to the Ukraine war, and it was signed by their respective defense ministers. Fine. So which European countries are involved in this partnership? Answer is Poland, Germany, France and Italy. Okay. Next is, which IIT and Prasar Bharati hosted the 2-day robot competition named as DD Robocon India 2024? So DD Robocon 2024 was hosted by IIT Delhi and Prasar Bharati, and recently it has been successfully concluded in Delhi. The event featured 46 teams showcasing the innovation and teamwork in the robotics. So the Institute of Technology, Nirma University, Ahmedabad has won the championship, and now they will represent India at the ABU Robocon 2024, which is to be held in the country Vietnam. Okay, and the Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering that lies in Pune secured the runner-up position. Fine. So here correct answer is B option, IIT Delhi. Now apart from it, the Indian Council of Agricultural Research has launched its One Scientist, One Product program on 16th of July. It would enhance the research in agriculture and animal husbandry. Okay. So during its 96th Foundation Day that was celebrated in Delhi, the Indian Council of Agricultural Research announced 323 new crop varieties, including 298 climate resilient and the rest to be biofertilized types. Okay, so this program was inaugurated by the Union Agriculture Minister. Who is it? Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Okay, you can be asked that recently which research institute has launched the One Scientist, One Product program? Your answer would be Indian Council of Agricultural Research. The next question is, recently which Indian city created a world record by planting 11 lakh saplings in a day? This is Indore, Madhya Pradesh. The Madhya Pradesh government set a new Guinness World Record by planting over 11 lakh saplings in just one day in the city of Indore. Who is the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh? Mohan Yadav, and he received the certificate from the Guinness Book of Records team. Okay. Union Home Minister Amit Shah also participated in the Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam campaign that was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 5th of June, which is celebrated as World Environment Day. And India's cleanest city, Indore, will see 51 lakh saplings planted under this drive. Okay, so Indore has created a world record by planting 11 lakh saplings in a day. The next question is, what is the primary objective of eFast India initiative that was recently seen in the news? So first of all, Niti Aayog has launched the Niti Gear Shift Challenge under the eFast India initiative. Basic aim is to decarbonize the road-based freight transportation in India to meet the 2070 net zero commitment. Okay, so it was launched in September 2022, and the eFast basically promotes cleaner freight solutions through national and international collaborations, which would support the pilot programs and technology integration. The initiative fosters discussions among the stakeholders, including the government bodies and the logistic providers, so as to enhance the adoption of electric technologies in the freight sector, which is backed by 12 knowledge partners. Okay, so primary objective of eFast India initiative is to decarbonize the road-based freight transportation. Okay, now these days NGRI means National Geophysical Research Institute is in news. You can be asked that it is located in which Indian city? So it lies in Hyderabad. Okay, don't forget that it is the part of CSIR, means Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, and it was established in the year 1961. This institute conducts the research in geodynamics, earthquake hazards and the natural resources, so as to inform the sustainable geo-resource use and improve the resilience to natural hazards. Okay, so NGRI, National Geophysical Research Institute, is located in Hyderabad. Okay, the next question is, which Indian Navy ship has been adjudged the best ship of the Eastern Fleet at the annual Fleet Awards function 2024? So at the annual Fleet Awards function that took place in Visakhapatnam, INS Delhi was recognized as the best ship of the Eastern Fleet for its operational achievements over the past year. Okay, also INS Kavaratti received the award for best ship in the corvette category, and the INS Shivalik, INS Sumedha and INS Sumitra were acknowledged as the most spirited ships of the Sunrise Fleet for their performance in various challenging missions. Okay, so your correct answer is B option, Indian Navy ship Delhi. Okay, recently which country has released the first tranche of $2.5 million to the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian refugees in the Near East? This is the country India, that is C option. The Indian government has released the first tranche of $2.5 million to the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian refugees as part of its annual contribution of $5 million for 2024 to 25. So it is operational since 1950 and it continues its relief efforts amid the Israel-Hamas conflict in Gaza. This financial support is a part of India's commitment to assist the Palestinian refugees through United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian refugees in the Near East. Okay. The next question is, recently Gitanas Nausėda has been elected as the president of which country? Answer is Lithuania country. Lithuania president was sworn in for second 5-year term, taking the presidential oath at the Lithuanian parliament, and he is a 60-year-old economist. He proposed increasing Lithuania's defense budget to 4% of GDP so as to fund the long-range air defense, which is a missile shield for the Baltic Sea coast and border fortifications. Okay, so who's the new president of the country Lithuania? This is Gitanas Nausėda. Now, apart from it, recently the United Nations Environment Program has revealed a new report named as Navigating New Horizon. Okay, and the report identifies the critical global shift that increases the triple planetary crisis of pollution, biodiversity loss and climate change. It also highlights the interconnectedness of today's global polycrisis, which includes the wars, extreme weather and pandemic that is driven by the globalization. Okay, so key issues addressed include changing human environment relationship, resource scarcity that impacts the global security, technological innovations like artificial intelligence, increased risk from autonomous weapons, mass displacement of 1.5% of the population and rising the eco-anxiety. Okay, you can be simply asked that which organization has recently released the Navigating New Horizon report. Answer would be United Nations Environment Program. Okay, headquarters lies in Nairobi in the country Kenya. Now, apart from it, the IIT Madras Center of Excellence in Sports Science and Analytics announced the plans to leverage technology to enhance the India's chess capabilities, and this initiative aims to boost the fan engagement, provide anti-cheating solutions and enhance the chess training program. Okay, so it includes launching new courses on NPTEL and future supports education programs. Also, the focus is on improving the fan engagement, offering the federations anti-cheating solutions and expanding the grassroots chess training program. Okay, so simply you can be asked that which institute recently unveiled the plan to use technology to enhance India's chess capabilities. Your answer should be IIT Madras. Okay, next question is, EPSTAR 6E satellite recently seen in the news was developed by which country? Answer is B option, China. This satellite belongs to China, and recently the satellite has commenced the operations after successful technical reviews in orbit and Hong Kong. Okay, so it is developed by China Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation, and it is China's first all-electric propulsion communication satellite that was launched on 13th of January in the year 2023. The satellite was designed to last 15 years and it provides high capacity broadband services in across Southeast Asia, and it features 25 Ku band and 3 Ka band transponders, which delivers a total throughput of 30 gigabyte per second. Okay, simply we have to remember that EPSTAR 6E satellite belongs to the country China. Last question is, Thomas Muller, who recently announced his retirement, is associated with which sport? Answer would be football. He is from Germany, and German football icon Thomas Muller has announced his retirement from international football after Euro 2024, concluding a celebrated career that began with his debut in 2010. Okay, so over the past decade, Muller has left a significant impact on both German as well as on the world football, becoming one of the nation's most decorated players. His decision marks the end of an illustrious chapter in the sport, and it is celebrated for his contributions and achievements. Okay, so two things are important. Thomas Muller is associated with football and he belongs to the country Germany. Okay, so these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These are the most important current affairs and the news from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nusrat Sana signing off.